welcome back to the next part of our walkthrough. We finally leveled up so that we can continue on with the quest. So we are about to continue from the pendants here, and the next quest is an unwelcome guest. The manager of suites is wearing a grave expression. Begging your pardons, miss, but do you perchance intend to head outside? If so, I would strongly advise you not to stray too far from the Crystarium. Word has it Eulmore has dispatched its military to a lakeland. Given the timing, one can only assume they do not welcome the return of night. Even now, the Exarch is in the ocular, deliberating a response. Why would that be a bad thing? Why is Eulmore ruining our fun? They're such killjoys, aren't they? But yeah, let's go see what this response is going to be. Like, what's the problem? Like, everything about Eulmore is just a mess. And now they have to go and ruin it for everyone. Why am I not surprised? Okay. Hello, buddy. Do you have business with the Crystal Exarch? Just say the word. Yeah, let's go in.
You have come at a good time. As you may have heard, we have something of a quandary on our hands. Laxon Loft, here in Lakeland. Eulmore has sent one of its airships. They have questions for us concerning the death of the Lightwarden. Their emissary makes his way here even as we speak.
I suppose the sky does rather give the game away.
Indeed. 'Twas inevitable they would come knocking. The only question was how soon.
My lord, I am come with the Eulmoran emissary. May I show him in?
A moment, Captain, if you would. Everyone, gather round. I do not wish to show our hand prematurely. Forgive me this liberty. Vanish. Enter. Well, well. The commander of the Eulmoran army himself. To what do I owe the honor, General Ranjit?
The Lightwarden is dead, Exarch. Were your people responsible?
You are clearly in some haste, my lord. But before I address your question, you must allow me one of my own. What is Eulmore's interest in this?
His benevolence, Lord Vorthry, is gravely concerned that the actions of an ignorant few may jeopardize relations between man and Sin-Eater. Should it transpire that the Crystarium is guilty of abetting the villains responsible for this outrage, my lord has decreed that it suffer the same retribution.
I see. Since you have been so candid, I too shall speak my mind. Regardless of who is responsible, the Crystarium rejoices in the Lightwarden's death and welcomes the return of the night sky. If Eulmore considers this tantamount to aiding those you term villains, then by all means, carry out your retribution. Know, however, that even should every innocent soul in the Crystarium perish, nothing can stop that which has been set in motion.
Folly. The death of one or 1,000,000 Sin-Eaters changes nothing. The world is dead, and writhe as we might, like maggots in its rotting course, it will not be reborn. Only by my master's grace may we live out our days in peace. But I waste my breath. You have made your stance clear. I shall relay your words to Lord Vorthry. In the meantime, you would do well to counsel any here who have done more than merely rejoice in recent events, to throw themselves upon Eulmore's mercy, promptly. One last matter. We are searching for a young artist and his assistant. Know you of whom I speak?
An artist and his assistant, no. I cannot say I do.
What a pity. Should they reveal themselves to you, I bid you hand them over at once. My master is most eager to see them again.
Am I imagining things, or did he just stare straight at us?
I fear he did. The General is not a man to be trifled with. He is a warrior of fearsome repute who has led Eulmore's army since before Vorthry's time, when the nation still spearheaded the fight against the Sin-Eaters. One does not command the world's mightiest army, and for so long, without possessing exceptional instincts.
If Eulmore chose to send such an individual, we must assume this talk of retribution is more than an idle threat. While we are grateful for your support, my lord, we cannot in good conscience put your people in harm's way.
'Tis noble of you to say, Master Alphino, but my people have been in harm's way since long before you arrived. Eulmore has ever yearned to rule over what remains of the world. Even should we surrender the Warrior of Darkness to them, they would find some other pretext upon which to invade. The people of the Crystarium know this only too well, which is why, when the time comes, I am certain they will fight to the last man. If truth be told, I would not have been surprised had Ranjit declared war here and now.
He may have reason to delay. According to reports, the Eulmoran forces at Laxan Loft were observed taking a prisoner. A young woman believed to be none other than the Oracle of Light, Minfilia. It may be that General Ranjit wishes to convey her to Eulmore before commencing hostilities. Having mentored generations of Minfilias, it would not surprise me if he had made her capture his chief concern.
I'm sorry, generations of Minfilias?
Ah, of course. How remiss of me. I had intended to speak to you of Minfilia. There is, however, much to say, and precious little time in which to say it. I think it best that you seek out Moren at the Cabinet of Curiosity. He'll be able to enlighten you. Alphino, Alize, would you care to accompany your friend? You doubtless have insights of your own to offer on the matter.
All right. Though I'm still not sure I understand it all myself.
In the meantime, I will set about making provisions for war.
Okay, so we're dealing with reincarnation forms of Minfilia now, are we? That's kind of creepy. If Minfilia has indeed been captured, I dare say we will see another familiar face anon. But first things first, pray seek out Moren at the Cabinet of Curiosity. We will continue to watch the Eulmorans. Thank you, I appreciate that. I mean, I knew that we were going to be hearing more about Minfilia through the game, but I'm not sure how I feel about this. I mean, I thought that Minfilia was nice. I thought that she was an okay character at best, but she definitely wasn't one of my favorites. But apparently this new girl is completely different from Minfilia, so it's not the same Minfilia, so I'm glad about that. It's just going to be kind of confusing after a while. Because we're going to be looking at this Minfilia, and then we might confuse her with the other Minfilia. Hopefully this new Minfilia is going to be a little bit more interesting than the old one. And this way. So we're going to be reading another book? Yeah, probably another book. It's going to be nice to see. Oh, almost didn't see them. It seems an age since we bade Minfilia farewell. Well, not as long as it was for her. Whatever you think Moren's going to tell you about Minfilia, it won't be what you're expecting. Just trust me. Yes? If you're after books pertaining to the Warrior of Darkness, I'm afraid most are out on loan at present. They are experiencing quite a surge in popularity. Oh, I'm sure they are. Oh, you wish to learn about the Oracle of Light? Then it would be my pleasure to assist. After I have finished off some few outstanding tasks, that is. While I attend to them, perhaps you can fetch me a book. The Illustrated Tales of the Oracle of Light, it's called. Though it's intended for younger readers, it provides an excellent summary of the subject matter, and the artwork is quite lovely besides. I would not hesitate to recommend it to anyone with an interest in learning about Minfilia. But you must see for yourself. The book should be located on the level below. Should, I say, for while there is a place for everything here, not everything is always in its place, despite my best efforts. In short, if the book is not where it should be, it will almost certainly be someplace it shouldn't. So, good luck! Thanks a lot. That kind of sounds like every single... you know something? That does sound like every task we've ever been given. So I don't know where you're supposed to go from here, but good luck. Hey, is it here? Book doesn't appear to be here. Okay. No luck yet. Of course not, you're just standing there staring at the books. It's not here. Not here either. Okay. Is there a stepladder we can borrow? I don't know, that's a good question. How do they reach those top shelves? Just as your eyes begin to blur, they finally come to rest on a copy of the Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light. Okay, we found it! And that's one hell of a title. Okay, we found it! Have you found the book? Yes, intended for younger readers, this tome featuring winsome illustrations tells the beloved tale of the Oracle of Light. Yes, this is the one. I hoped it wasn't too difficult to track down. I'm happy to say I've finished all my pressing tasks. If you want to call your friends over, we can begin learning at once. Oh yes, very convenient that you finished all your tasks just as we found the book. Without further ado then, it began 100 years ago when the flood of light threatened to swallow Norvrent. Just as all seemed lost, a savior appeared who halted the all-consuming radiance, a maiden with hair of spun gold and eyes of clearest sapphire. Naught was known about her save that her name was Minfilia, and for delivering the realm she came to be revered as the Oracle of Light. After stopping the flood, the mysterious maiden vanished without a trace, but 15 years later her name would unexpectedly reappear in the annals of history. When sin-eaters laid ruin to the kingdom of Verbert, a young girl was discovered who was immune to the creature's blighted touch. One with hair of spun gold and eyes of clearest sapphire, she was hailed as the Oracle Reborn and came to likewise be called Minfilia. Enlisted in the Eulmorian army, this Minfilia fought and vanquished countless sin-eaters. Alas, like so many other soldiers, she eventually met her end in battle. Yet with her dying breath, she whispered unto her grieving comrades, Minfilia will return. And true to her words, some years later, another young girl was discovered who possessed the selfsame eyes, the selfsame hair, and those selfsame powers. She too took the name Minfilia. She too fought sin-eaters as a soldier of Eulmore, and she too fell in battle. Many more were to follow in her footsteps, and so the cycle continues to this day. And that concludes the tale. By their valor and sacrifice, these women have saved Norvrent on numerous occasions. And were it not for them, we might never have learned of the Lightwardens and their nature. They sound like formidable warriors. Some, perhaps. The truth is rather less simple. Though the Oracle is reborn with certain common traits, she does not inherit the memories or the knowledge of her previous incarnations. All of the Minfilias thus far were discovered as ordinary girls, unversed in the ways of war and ignorant of the power they harbored. While some embraced their fate and devoted themselves to training, others did not, but all were made to face the sin-eaters, and all died to keep our hopes alive. What can you tell us of the current Minfilia? She was found by the Eulmorian army some 10 years ago and taken into their care. Or rather, their custody. She was a prisoner in all but name, for by that time, under Lord Valfrey's rule, Eulmore had already abandoned resistance in favor of decadence. Minfilia was an uncomfortable reminder of the war they no longer wished to fight, a potential threat to the peace, and so they kept her under lock and key. That's terrible. For a long while, we heard nothing more of her. We couldn't even be certain she was alive, save that it was in the Eulmorians' best interest for her to remain under their control. But then, 3 years ago, a gallant soul stole into the city and rescued her from their clutches, just like a hero from the tales. Indeed. Well, I believe we now have a good grasp of Minfilia's tale. Thank you for your time, Moren. Might I trouble you for a word, Claire? Outside? Gee, I wonder who it was who rescued her. It's a complete mystery, isn't it? This seems a suitable place for a chat. Really? Doesn't seem that good for me. As you will have already surmised, the gallant soul who rescued Minfilia was none other than our own dear Thancred. Oh gee, I had no idea. They have since been wandering the realm together, never remaining in one place for long, which is why we have not yet had a chance to meet them. We know that Minfilia journeyed here as Hydaelyn's emissary to halt the flood of light. It can only be her that the people of the First witnessed 100 years ago, the original Oracle of Light. But while there's plainly some connection between the woman we knew and her namesakes, the fact that these girls do not share her memories must surely mean they are not the same person. Thancred has to understand that. I have no doubt that he understands. The question is how he feels. Regardless, the Thancred we know would not forsake his charge. If she has been captured, we may be certain he will not stand idly by. There you go again, taking in your roundabout way. If you think we should rescue Minfilia, just spit it out. It just so happens I agree with you. It's quite clear that this Minfilia possesses Hydaelyn's blessing. And it wouldn't hurt to have a second such individual on our side, right, Claire? Oh, that would be nice. Quite. I see you made up your minds. Oh, Exarch. Exarch, what brings you here? A report and a proposal. First, the report. Our scouts have confirmed that the Eulmorans' forces at Lexan Loth do indeed have Minfilia in their custody. For the present, they are holding her there, but we can be certain they will move her to Eulmore ere long. Should that happen, we may be forced to give her up as lost. So, if we mean to act, we should do so quickly. Which brings me to my proposal. I ask that you entrust this undertaking to us, the people of the Crystarium. And whoa, coming in hot. Oh man, why can't I talk to anybody? Hello? There we go. Entrust Minfilia's rescue to the people of the Crystarium? Alright then. Let us hear what the Exarch has to say. Alright, the Crystarium's resolved. The Exarch is eager to delve into the details of his proposal.
You are doubtless eager to attempt Minfilia's rescue, and with your combined strength, you may well succeed. But as I said earlier, I do not wish to show our hand unless absolutely necessary. It was not merely the night sky that you restored to us, but hope. Hope for the future of Norvrand. Unlike you, we cannot contend with the Lightwardens, but so long as hope burns in our hearts, we will fight on regardless. This I will prove to you. My friends, I thank you for gathering at such short notice. There is something I would ask you all. As many of you are aware, I received an emissary from Eulmore a short while ago in the form of General Ranjit. To my dismay, the General condemned the slaying of the Lightwarden, and warned me in no uncertain terms that, should the Crystarium cast its lot with the Warrior of Darkness, there would be war. Let none be mistaken. We would be hard-pressed indeed to resist the might of Eulmore. Some would even call it suicide. And yet my heart cries out to fight. Better that than relinquish the hope that swelled in my breast when I beheld the night sky for the first time in 100 years. Or so says my heart. My mind, meanwhile, reminds me that to follow my heart would be to risk everything we have accomplished thus far. Clearly, this is not a decision to be made lightly, nor less alone. And so I put the question to you all. What should we do?
My lord, you already know our minds. It brought tears to our eyes to witness the knight's return. The whole of Norvrand deserves the same, and not just because some children's story tells us so.
Eulmore's influence is far-reaching. Should war break out, trade would be subject to restrictions. The flow of goods will dry up, and we will struggle to make do with what little trickles through. But make do, we will.
Aye, we can weather such hardships. Is that not the very thing the Castarian was built for? We have always taken pride in our ability to sustain ourselves. Not just to endure, but to thrive.
When all falls down around you, rise up. Those were your words. There may come a day when all hope seems lost. But even should the rest of the world give in to despair, we shall not. We shall fight on, that our children and our children's children might know a better tomorrow.
Rousing words apart, I never much cared for those Eulmoran bastards anyway. No better than common swindlers, most of them. Wouldn't know a fair deal if it came up and kissed them on the arse.
Trust you to spoil the moment.
It appears we have a consensus. Let it be known that the Eulmoran host at Laxon Loft has taken the Oracle of Light captive. They fear the power she holds over the Sin Eaters, and doubtless intend to imprison her once more. So, I move that we rescue the Oracle, grant her a place among us, and let that be our answer to Eulmore's ultimatum.
Hear, hear!
Hear, hear!
In planning a strategy for the rescue, I open the floor to you all.
And there you have it. If Eulmore wishes to denounce us as villains, then we shall embrace our villainy. Will you do so as well?
We will not be outdone. Consider us your partners in crime.
My lord, our proposal is as follows. We begin by deploying Amaro to occupy the skies over Lakeland. They should serve to delay the airship's departure. At the same time, we scatter dream powder from the air. Not all will succumb to its effects, but it should thin the enemy's numbers, affording us an opening to swoop in and liberate the Oracle.
Very good. See to your preparations.
And what exciting crimes would you have us commit? Speaking for my fellow villains, I'd say we're capable of most things, though we draw the line at indolence.
If excitement is your desire, then I bid you join the guard. Captain Lena will give you your orders.
Okay, that was nice. It's so nice to have backup. We don't get that too often. Though our hosts have offered to take the lead, we still have a part to play. Let's see that we play it well. Many here have a place in their hearts for Minfilia. We must ensure this mission succeeds, for all their sakes. The people of the Crystarium have initiative. I respect that. So, you will be joining the Guard. But however highly the Exarch thinks of you, you will receive no special treatments from me. Is that clear? Where's your salute, soldier? Better, more spirited than the Exarch's feeble attempts, certainly. Now first things first, you will need uniforms. Go to the Crystarium meet and report to Katniss. She will see you measured and fitted. Is that really necessary? I don't see a uniform. Report to Katniss. She will see you measured and fitted. Okay, okay. I need to bite our heads off. Okay, so we have this entire city backing us up. You don't get too many of that here. Like, I mean, we've had groups of people who support us, but never a whole city like that. At least not that early. So that is a nice change. And I'm guessing that we're going to be getting brand new outfits. So we get the Crystarium outfit here, like the guard's outfit. Well, that's going to be nice to wear. And let's see here. Do 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 do. You know, thinking back, I probably could have teleported here. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. I have the memory of a goldfish, apparently. Ah, and there's the last of them. Your friends are being measured as we speak. Right this way. We'll see to it you look your dashing best for your first outing. Oh, that's so nice of you. Done, are you? Let's have a look at those numbers. I see. How goes it? Sorry, Captain. I'm afraid we don't have anything on hand that's a ready fit. But we do have a few that are fairly close. We should be able to make them work with some minor adjustments. Very well then, see to it, and have the uniforms delivered directly to the field. Leave it to me. I shall take this opportunity to brief you on the mission. Alright. As mentioned earlier, we will deploy a motto to scatter dream powder from the air. Once the powder takes effect, an elite unit will storm the fortress to rescue the Oracle. Her safe liberation is our sole objective. Engagement is to be avoided wherever possible. I assume we're to be part of said unit? Correct. The unit will be divided into two contingents, one deploying from Fort Job, and the other from the Ostal Imperative. You and Alphinaud will join the former. Claire, meanwhile, you will join the latter with me. Before you proceed to your positions, you are to report to Chesmia at Spadrex. She will issue you with the serum to ward off the effects of dream powder. We shall be on our way then. Take care, my friend, and we will see you in the field. It's quite far to the Imperative, so you may make use of an Amaro from the Rookery, after you have collected the serum, of course. With the night restored, there's been a sudden surge in the demand for lamps. Our artisans are burning the midnight oil. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have not unlocked the crystalline mean yet. I have to get around to that. So, the Rookery's not far from here. But first things first, we have to go speak with Chesamil. And I'm pretty sure the infirmary is over this way. Oh, wait, that's not down there. It's up this way. Okay. Right in here. This is a pretty cool place. Yes, sweetie? Is there something you need? Oh, one of the guard come for your dram, are you? Here you go. A dose of this will keep you firmly in the waking world while your enemies are off in dreamland. Now, if this is your first time, I should warn you, it's bitter as sin. Prince's kiss, they call it. But if you ask me, it should be Crone's kiss. Just aside, this stuff really is foul. Most people gag like there's no tomorrow, but if you don't drain every last drop, you're liable to end up taking a trip to dreamland yourself. So I ask that you to drink it here and now while I watch. Come on, give the old crone a kiss, hee hee. Well, it can't be that bad, can it? Hey, a foul-tasting serum grants resistance to the effects of dream powder. Well done, sweetie. Oh, well done, sweetie. I'm proud of you. Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd even say you enjoyed it. And now you needn't fear falling asleep on the battlefield. Just have care you don't lose any limbs out there, alright? They don't tend to grow back. Be cool if they did. Alright, so looks like next up we are going to be heading to the Rookery and borrowing an Amaro. That's going to be fun. And I think that once we get there, we will call it a day. So we'll end the video once we get to the Rookery, and I'm just going to teleport straight there. Finally, I'm starting to remember that. Alright, so to the Rookery. I wonder if we're going to be getting our own Amaro mounts here. That would be so cute. I would love one. Just because I love... Oh, there's a chocobo right there. So they do have chocobos. I need to pay better attention. Yes, what do you require of me? Yeah, I need an Amaro. Is that okay? An Amaro to take you to the Imperative, eh? As much as I would like to oblige, all our mounts are reserved for the coming operation. I fear you will have to go by foot. But wait. There might be another way, assuming you are willing to lend a hand. Alright. I'm up for it. Okay, so the next one is Logistics of War. Oh, and we even have an ether current. That's nice. But I think that that's a sign that we should stop right there. I think that's good. And we will be seeing you all again. In the next video, we are going to rescue the Oracle of Light. So, until then,